Hi, Lawrence.
Dennis and Paul. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit tricks for goalie trainers.
Hey, goalie trainer!
Goalie appreciation month.
Oh yeah, we're in the first week of the goalie appreciation month. We did Monday the first goalie training drill, goalie with the kickers, yeah?
Yeah, kicking
and,
the ball.
Now we're having the second video. We already filmed, if to be honest, already all the other training videos, but we're not telling you, but we're doing that still. Goalie appreciation month. Paul and I are wearing goalie gears.
Looking awesome.
Paul is wearing Dennis drills and I'm wearing Job. Job is my goalie from my team, but he's quitting actually, so we're searching for a new goalie. Dennis is gonna tell us about some tricks for goalie trainers. Goalie trainers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay there. Trick number one. What you want to do as a goalie trainer is play balls on goal that can be thrown, but sometimes you have to do it with your stick. There are some drills that you have to hit some balls or push or a flick or doesn't matter what. I use a longer stick for that, and there are actually two easy rules why. One is my back. If I'm constantly bending over, my back will hurt. So with a longer stick, I can stay more upright. And that's also why the second thing is, when I'm more upright, when Paul is the goalie, and I'm gonna hit the ball, it's easier to stay upright, so I have a better vision towards Paul to see what he's doing right or wrong. Yeah, so when I have a smaller stick, I have to bend over more. I'm more looking over there and I cannot perfectly see what Paul is doing. Yeah, so it's very important as a goalie trainer to see what the goalie is doing, not busy with your own stuff. So a longer stick helps with that. So a longer 37.5 inch. This is 37.5 inch.
It's not. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
37.5.
And it's light.
It's a light stick. Yeah, I like it.
It's less sugar.
Next to that, and a very important thing is, for a goalie trainer, most of the times that are old goalies. But still, it is very old. Old man's game.
Old man's game.
It is very important to still have proper techniques in pushing, hitting, etc. Because when you are too much busy with hitting the ball properly, only looking at the ball, because otherwise you miss the ball, you cannot see what the goalie is doing right or wrong. So the other second life hack is make sure you can hit a ball properly. So go to the pitch earlier before the goalies come and really work on your technique for pushing, hitting, etc.
Or look on YouTube. There's a channel called Hockey Heroes, so you can look for the push and the hit.
Yeah, and then try it yourself.
But don't look at Poggio then.
No, don't look at
No, no. Ask Paul. Ask Paul. The third life hack is an easy one, and it is where you put down the balls. So let's say I have a drill over here, and I put the ball somewhere over there, and I want to do the drill on goal. When the balls are on this side of me, when I'm over here, I have to get the ball every time, okay, and then I can hit it on goal. But if I make sure they're always on my right side and always slightly behind me, it is safe. I will never step on the ball when I have to step backwards, and I have always vision on the ball, so it's quicker to get the next ball. So make sure that when you hit with your forehand, always have the balls on the right back position of you. So when I'm over here, always have them over here. Yeah. And then when I hit the ball,
Chicken.
yeah. Yes! Nice. Fourth life hack is almost the same as this one, but it is about, it has to be very clear for the goalie and for yourself how long one series is. So when I say, Paul, you're gonna get 6 balls, and then one set is done, I always make sure that I have 6 balls apart from the group, Yeah? If you see that there are normally more balls over here. So for me, I don't have to be busy, is this a second, third or fourth ball? So it will always be clear for me and for the goalie how long it will take. Because the goalie sometimes loses his energy. And if he knows, oh, there's just 2 more balls coming, okay, I can make it. But if he has no idea at all, it will be very difficult for him. Yeah? So either when you hit the balls or you throw the balls, make sure you always have how many balls it is in your hands. Yeah, it can be 6, 12, how many you can carry. Yeah, but more than 12 you will never do, because that series will take too long and it will be too tough for the goalie. So always make sure that how many balls you have apart is exactly how long the set is. So these were my 4 easy life hacks for being a goalie trainer. There are even more, but if you want to learn more, go to the website drivergoalieacademy.com and you can learn more, of course, or leave them in the comments.
Oh, you're a trainer.
Yeah, and we've been doing 4 exercises of goalie training now so far.
Yeah.
And I'm realizing that it's a lot harder than you think, and I'm not really paying that much attention to the goalie during a regular training.
Yeah.
Do you maybe have any tips for that?
Yes, and I hear this a lot. There's a lot of trainers, coaches that don't know anything about a goalie, and that's okay, because being a goalie, you now know for being at 4 drills, it is a completely different profession in hockey.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that someone that used to be a player and is now a coach doesn't know a lot about goalies. The same for me. I was a goalie, became a goalie coach. I don't want to interfere with your stuff as well. But there are some easy tricks how to make it easier, your life easier. The goalie probably knows what to do and where to pay attention to.
Point your feet in the direction.
Yeah, a goalie will know. They have goalie training and they will know. The easy trick for the coach is then to help out the goalie during the normal training by let the goalie think what to improve. So an easy thing for you can be in the beginning of the session to ask your goalie, where are you going to pay attention to on today?
Keeping my legs closed.
Okay, that can be a good point. So during the training, if you see that he or she is still struggling with it, you just have to remind them, hey, think about that legs, yeah, what you were talking about, yeah. Then you still yourself, you don't have to know anything about the technique itself. Goalie probably knows more than you do, so just remind them. Because a normal session, and that's something I'm gonna talk something about after this. Normal sessions will be the goalie is there and it's more like a schietschijf, a target. Yeah, it's more like a target and it's busy with stopping the balls and less with technique. And that's okay, because in a match you're also busy with stopping the balls, but it's still a training session. You're still a moment to get better. And for most goalies, a goalie training is the part that they will be better, and the rest of the training sessions, they're just busy with stopping balls, like it's in a match. But it's also a training opportunity for a goalie. So if as a coach, you will help out the goalie then to make the drills a little bit more attractive and help them out by keeping them thinking and make sure the team also helps the goalie out to improve, then you may create a better goalie. Because do you know, and also the viewers at home, do you all know a goalie that stopped because they didn't like it anymore?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah. And that's probably, they will probably, hopefully, if they have goalie training, they will like it. Yeah. But most of the times the team sessions and the matches are a bit too boring. And I also know that feeling. There are a lot of goalies that struggle with it, and it's easy to change by changing the mindset on the training sessions.
What are the most common complaints of goalies for normal training sessions?
One is that they don't do enough. So the drill is really only for the players, and sometimes the ball doesn't even come on goal. If they come on goal, it is that the ball is being shot from too close, too fast.
I can vouch for that. It's freaking scary.
Yeah. Or they shoot from 2 angles at the same time. And if that happens, goalies, walk to your coach and say, if this happens again, I will stop. And then I probably will change it. Yeah, that's not something you have to say, okay, this happens, it's part of the training session. No, it's not part of the training session. Then the drill is wrong. Yeah, I always say to my coaches that I want to help, when the ball is closer than the P spots, then you're only allowed to push, yeah, on goal, because normally you're there, you don't have the time even to hit a ball.
This makes sense from a training's perspective as well.
Yeah.
Because I would never advise people to hit from 3 or 4 meters away.
Yeah.
Because as a goalie, I think I've seen it a couple of times in the matches, then they just dive out and have the ball anyways.
Yeah.
So you don't have the time.
Yeah.
I agree.
From the P spot to halfway of the top of the D, somewhere over there, I think there are some times that you can hit, but it's more a short grip, a quick hit, or hands apart. And that's also more obvious, because then it is easier for the goalie. And when you're around the top of the D, there you have the time. You run into the D, you're ready, beating your defender, and then you can hit.
Power as well.
Yeah, and then you need the power.
Yeah.
So also think about that. And also think about your own goalie, because the goalie won't like it if it's from close range and it's very, very fast hit. Yeah. It's scary, and it will never happen in a match. So then they stop. Is that a little bit your question answered?
Answers it a little bit. I'm definitely gonna think more about the goalie, because it's a terrifying job in there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And even when you're a very, very professional goalie, when they hit from so close range, the only thing you know, if I stay over here, I'm the most protected and not do this. But still, if you stay over here, you don't have the time to react. And I have a new mask over here right now. My old mask was from my Pinoquet time when I played over here, but it was all beaten up and bouncy and then bended because I took some balls straight in the head. And that weren't close balls from the top of the E, were balls from close range. Still there, it happens as well. But if you want to know more about this, please contact me and I can definitely help you as a coach, but also as a goalie trainer perspective.
Yeah. Driver Academy, right?
The Driver Goalie Academy.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Dennis, a lot of tips for even goalie trainers, but also for normal trainers. As for a goalie perspective, I could be assured that it's very tough, the training.
Yeah.
We did already some training, but eventually you have to stand as well in your goalie training, even in the normal training.
Sometimes,
So well, I had to,
conditional training.
Even times conditional training. So I used to, as a player, I had three trainings in a week.
Yep.
So I had to 3 normal trainings. But as a goalie, you have then an extra training then, right? Because you're a goalie trainer.
Yeah.
And even if you're in a national team, then you got a second goalie training team.
Yeah.
And even then the squad team for the national team, and then your own club team.
Yeah.
And you're,
That's a lot.
So eventually you're standing the half time of your life on the field, in front of a goal.
In front of a goal. Yeah.
in kilos of armor.
So that's you're standing in front of a goal.
Okay, good thing.
That's something to think about for normal players as myself. That goalies are actually very tough.
It is tougher than you think, because you both experienced it now for an hour and a half in the goalie suit. It is tougher than you think, and there are a lot of people that think, okay, goalies don't do anything, they're just standing in front of the goal and they don't do anything. But everything they do, it is also a lot over here. You are constantly concentrated for not getting your ass shot. Yeah. So you're constantly concentrated for stopping a perfect ball. And if you let in a ball, everyone sees it as a mistake. And it's also a mental game that's very tough. Because when a striker misses the goal, shoot another ball. But if a goalie doesn't stop a ball, it's directly a mistake, and it's directly consequences for not having a goal against, especially in a match. So it's mentally also a very tough game. Next to that, it is a physical very tough game, and you've both experienced it. Mm-hmm. So they have a goalie training, and I would say if it's possible for your club and your goalie already trains 3 times in a week with your team and does a goalie training and the match, let them skip 1 training session. You had a perfect example at your club. It is common. all the goalie trainings go for one team session. So you train the same amount of moments as your teammates. And I think that's a wise decision. Very wise decision. Otherwise they're too much on the pitch, they can have injuries, or they don't see the fun of it anymore.
No. That would be terrible. Because we all need more goalies in life.
Yes! More goalies!
Goalies are amazingly smelly. What? No, amazing people.
Amazing people, yes. Not smelly.
Thank you, Dennis, for the very lot of tips about goalies. Join us in our Goalie Appreciation Month.
Goalie Appreciation Month.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more about or ask some questions, leave them in the comments or go to Drive for Goalie Academy. And there's a lot of information about that. Follow us also on
YouTube,
Instagram.
And thank you for watching!
Facebook.